Hey guys, Shanique here, and it is a gorgeous Monday afternoon. Let's dive right into this. Let's talk about heavy metals in spinach specifically. Let me first tell you the story of how we came about, how we came to discover this issue that we have in our food. We were treating a client for Lyme, and when we did her hair analysis, her heavy metal toxicity was through the roof. Anyway, we start detoxifying her. We do the Lyme protocol. She starts feeling really good. But then she wanted to kind of find where she was getting all these heavy metals from. Why was her body holding on to them? What were the sources? Luckily, her husband was a chemical engineer. So she took one of his machines that measures substances for heavy metals, and she started measuring all her food. And then she started measuring her spinach. And her spinach was through the roof for heavy metal readings. So she thought, this can't be right. So she went to multiple different stores, health food stores, got multiple different organic brands of spinach and measured all of them. And the same thing over and over, like all these spinaches had like astronomical amounts of heavy metals in them. So thinking that this couldn't be right, her husband calls the manufacturer of this machine, and he gave them some information that just floored us all. He said, yes, the number one growers of spinach are in California, and the farmers are well aware of the heavy metal issues. In fact, a lot of them use this same machine to measure their crops. So they know it's there, they can't do anything about it. And the reason why this is happening is because of multiple environmental factors, which are quite sad and a product of our farming industry, which is another rant for another time. Anyways, so lots of neighboring crops, right, that are not organic, spray their crops with disgusting sprays, pesticides, herbicides, glyphosate, you name it, they're spraying it. It goes into the soil, into the water source, evaporation occurs, and then you get rain. And it's like acid rain, right? It's rain that's tainted with all of these chemicals and all of these heavy metals, and it goes into the soil. And then it goes into the water sources, and then it gets evaporated again, and then it turns into rain. And rain obviously doesn't pick and choose which farms it's going to fall on. It's going to fall on all the farms. So the spinach is really just a product of the toxic content of the soil in California, which is really, really, really sad that we have gotten to this point where we can't escape and run away from these chemicals and heavy metals that are affecting our health. Our organic food supplies are now being tainted at really, like, they can't control the weather, right? So we have, and then again, you have like a lot of crossbreed stuff. So let's say there's an organic farm, and then a mile away there's an inorganic farm, and they're spraying their fields, and it's a windy day. What do? Nothing. That spray is going to hit those organic farms, and you see that a lot actually in the oat communities and the farms. So anyways, back to heavy metal toxins. So a lot of you now are probably freaking out like I did, and you're like, well, what the heck do we do? What do we do about this? I'm going to give you some solutions, okay? First, don't stress. Make sure your body is healthy enough to deal with these environmental toxins. If your body is healthy, you can detoxify this. So exercise, sauna, keep moving, don't sit all day. Do some cardio, get your blood pumping, start sweating. If you are not a heavy sweater, learn to be. And what I mean by learn to be is get in a sauna. If your friend has a sauna, if you have a sauna, if you can buy a sauna, if your gym has a sauna, start sweating. The number two thing that I do with my family as well, especially my kids, because I mean, newborns are now being born into the world and are found to have multiple chemicals in their systems already. So what I do with my kids, especially because they eat a lot of greens too, is I give them a heavy metal binder called Cyto Detox Plus. This also has the EDTA in it, which is an incredible detoxifier. I give them about half a dropper full every morning, right before they wake up on an empty stomach. They wake up, that goes in their mouth. They know it. They know the drill. I want to start detoxifying them from young because I don't want those heavy metals sitting in their cells just to like pounce on them in 20 years time and cause some autoimmune reaction or disorder or gut dysfunction. So that's what I do. I detox my kids with Cyto Detox. It's by far one of the best binders on the market. That industry will be another podcast or another video for another time, because we could spend like 10 minutes on that. Third, you guys, third and most important, grow your own garden. Even if it's just spinach and kale. Kale is really easy to grow. Spinach is a little more finicky, but it can be done. So get organic soil and start growing some spinach. You can't go wrong with growing your own garden because you get all the incredible bacteria from that soil. Get some earthworms, start composting, start fermenting your compost and use all that incredible microbiome from that compost. Put it in that soil, let all that microbiome get on top of that spinach and eat that food. That is the best probiotic you could ever give yourself and your family. Don't buy probiotics, just grow a garden. Get what we were designed to get. This is how our bodies evolved. The more, and studies show, the more we go back to nature, the healthier we are. So grow a garden, get dirty, get all the wonderful like ecosystem fungi and bacteria in that soil, and then eat your own spinach. Now, what's the difference between growing your spinach in a garden box with soil versus the aquaponics? Well, the aquaponics food is a lot more deficient, and it doesn't get that bacteria from that soil. So if you can, get a greenhouse and grow some of your own stuff, okay? And I think that's it. That's all my talking points for that. Oh, am I missing anything? If I am, shoot me a message on this video and I will, put it in a comment, not a message. Put the comments there and I will do some Instagram videos on it. So hopefully that gives you guys some hope. It gives you guys some education on the industry. And don't worry about it, right? Like, don't let it stress you too much. There are things that can be done. Keep your body healthy, sweat, Cyto Detox, grow your own garden. Okay, guys? Anyways, I will talk to you soon. Take care.